But now we do come back to an issue that is very close to home. The day that we celebrated yesterday was Workers' Day. Now, as Zimbabwe joined the rest of the world in commemorating Workers' Day, those employed in various projects being spearheaded by the Second Republic are upbeat about their role in national development. And we've just seen that in the story that we've just had about Gurube Solar Park. Now, it is important to recognize and appreciate the role of the country's workforce in attaining national development. Now, to help us unlock these labor issues today in studio, we are delighted to have Mr. Itai Bunda, a labor expert from the University of Zimbabwe. He's also a lecturer there. Good morning to you, Mr. Bunda. Thank you so much for joining us. I know it's a very early morning, so we don't take you for granted.
Good morning to you and good morning to Zimbabwe. Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. Now, we've just commemorated Workers' Day, and I'd like to start with somewhat of an interestingly controversial question. The word workers versus employees versus team members, which one is currently the most politically correct way to call our labor force? You know, what's the difference? Are there any differences?
In this modern day, they are team members. Yes, you would not want to call them workers or employees, but if you say team members, it means that you are coming together to achieve set goals.
So, do you think that at some point we should think about changing the name of the day, or should we just go back to May Day? Because I think Team Members Day is going to be a bit interesting.
It differs. Others would want to call it Workers' Day. It's Labor Day. It's Teams Day. As long as we are commemorating the sacrifices, the contributions, the achievements which are being put by these employees into the economy and into nation building.
So when we talk about Workers' Day and the history of Workers' Day, we spent a lot of time yesterday discussing what the history of Workers' Day is, and we even had a few songs by my co-anchor Jeff Mwembechi from the Sungura World that were, just illustrating what Workers' Day is about and the history of it there. But I think what I'd like to chat to you about today is, the rights of the employee versus the rights of the employer, because as an HR practitioner, I think sometimes the line gets blurred very slightly and employees don't necessarily understand why employers make certain decisions and vice versa.
Yes, if you look at the history of the International Workers' Day, it's quite a sad one. The year is 1886 and the city is Chicago in the United States of America. So a number of employees had to walk out in protest against a 16-hour working day and without rest, those weekly rests. So what they were actually clamoring for was an 8-day working hour with rest. So the police had to actually respond to calm it down, but violently, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Then it caused some mishaps and some fatalities, some injuries. Then in protest to that, the